Hello and welcome to We Love Betting. Hugh Wilson here for the individual team bets. Extremely prepared this week, a whole host of notes, as well as a beanie hat, just in case Mark O'Hare decides to implement a new uniform for the We Love Betting gang. I'm not quite sure it's going to catch on. On to the serious things. Last week, unfortunately, was a loser. We backed Swindon to net over 1.5 goals, which is paid out in their last 7 games, but unfortunately didn't land last weekend as they drew 1-1 with Yeovil, and in truth they were second best side on that day. But we go again, and I'm going to look at a match in the Championship for the first time this season, and the match I'm going to look at is Reading versus Blackpool at the Madejski. A very interesting matchup, it must be said. Blackpool, it's been well documented this summer how they struggled for players. And they are struggling at the bottom of the Championship with 6 points from the 13 matches. But I'm gonna back them, and I'm gonna oppose Reading in this match in the form of goals, and I'm gonna go for Blackpool over 1.5 goals at a huge 17-5 with Coral. And I've got a number of reasons for this. First of all, let's just start with Reading. I went to see them the other day when they faced Brentford at the start of the month. It was a very interesting game. Brentford won 3-1, and Reading were shocking. Defensively, they were so poor. They've got a whole host of stars in their team. You know, the likes of Robson Kanu, Gunter, Simon Cox, Pavel Pogrebniak, Jamie Mackie, Adam Federici. But it just wasn't working for Nigel Atkins' men. It's an odd one. Obviously, they came down a couple of seasons ago from the Premier League, and they were back last season. But after winning 4 out of the first 7 matches this season, it's not quite gone to plan for Reading. Lost the last 3 matches, haven't won in 7, and they're shipping goals for fun. They're the joint second highest conceders in the Championship with 23 goals from the 13 matches. The last 3 matches, they've shipped 3 goals in each game. It's crazy stats for Reading fans, and I think Blackpool can do some damage at the weekend as they travel to West London, if you can count Reading in London. A couple of things again about Blackpool. I think they've been a little bit unlucky with their results so far this season. I don't think they played as badly as the results make out. They lost on Tuesday night to Derby. They had chances to score before Chris Martin scored a penalty late on in that match. The week before they lost to Huddersfield Town. I don't think it was a very good performance, but they beat Cardiff. Before the international break, drew away at Middlesbrough 1-1. They could have nicked that. They hit the post and lost to Norwich at home after taking the lead. They conceded 2 unfortunate goals. First one, an own goal from a corner, and then a deflected goal, and then Norwich got a breakaway and scored a very good third goal. But it's been more positive for Jose Riga's side in the Championship. I imagine they'll still go down, but I reckon they can put up a good fight and get some good results starting this weekend, hopefully. Just looking at the over 1.5 goals bet, it paid out for Blackpool in the last away game as they played Huddersfield Town. 2 quick-fire goals at the end of the first half. They have netted Blackpool against Middlesbrough, Norwich, also against Millwall at the start of the season. They're not looking too dangerous in front of goal, but they're building and they're coming with more and more confidence. And I think as you face a side like Reading, who have conceded so many goals this season, I think they can really sort of get themselves on the score sheet, and they'll certainly be able to create the chances like they have in previous matches. Just going through a couple of the Reading results recently, they lost 3-0 to Bournemouth midweek. It was a horror performance. Poor defending for the first goal. Nobody picked up Callum Wilson in the 6-yard box. The second goal, they gave the ball away in the centre of midfield, and Bournemouth went on to score. And then for the third goal, which I want to point out this week, they conceded a corner against AFC Bournemouth. And it's worth noting that in the last 4 games that they've conceded, which is against Bournemouth, Derby, Brentford and Wolverhampton Wanderers, they've conceded from a corner on each occasion. So it might be worth looking at a couple of the Blackpool centre-halves to see if they might nick a goal in this fixture. Nigel Atkins, it just hasn't really worked for him since a good start. They just haven't worked in the last few months. The Bet Victor boys, Jack and Triff, have got a market up for the next Championship manager to be sacked. And it's 14-1 for Atkins to go. And I'll tell you what, if he keeps losing a few more, I can't see the board sticking with him there, especially after that good start and the hopes to get up into the promotion places. But this week, as I said, We're going to go for Blackpool to score over 1.5 goals, less because of what Blackpool have got going forward, but more because of Reading and their poor defence. This would have paid out in 5 of their last 6 matches. That's horror stats for Reading fans. And as I said, they've conceded 3 or more goals in 4 of their last 5. So if you fancy Blackpool to nick 3, you can grab that at 14-1 with Coral. But we're going to stick this week with just the over 1.5 goals for Blackpool as they play away to Reading. Expect some more positive performance from the Tangerines, and 17-5 is a fantastic price with Coral.